So what's the value of habits and how do we change our habits?
Habits are the foundation stone of any success. It doesn't matter what we want to do or what we're trying to do. If we don't have the complementary habits, we most likely will not succeed. I love Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett reads 6 hours every day. It's the first thing he does. So he's probably one of the most well-informed investors in the world. It's no wonder that he can make such good decisions. I have a morning routine, and my routine is I do it habitually. I wake up in the morning, I do the same thing every morning. And the way I developed this habit was by using it to replace my old habits. And my old habit was to wake up and lie in bed and have a lot of negative thoughts. I think about all the things that could go wrong and all the things I needed to do and blah, 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 blah. And it really messed my head up for the day. So I decided I needed to make a new set of habits. The challenge with habits is that we have these neural pathways that are already kind of cemented into our brain. So we need to find ways to extinguish those. And the way we do that is by building new ones. We build new ones by practicing new habits. And using imagery is the best way I know to build new habits. You want to develop a new habit, imagine yourself doing it over time. Repeat the imagery and you will eventually start practicing the habit. And then by practicing it and repetitively and using imagery repetitively, you'll build new habits. My morning routine is a great one. I start with meditation, then I listen to something very motivational that I've designed for myself. I do some imaging, I do a workout, and then I organize my day. And if I do that, I'm like a rocket. I just get launched out of wherever I am and I go. Even if I don't leave my house, I get a lot of things done. And I've experimented with not doing that routine. And when I don't do that routine, I'm like not the most effective person. And sometimes I'm so tired that I won't do the routine. I'll be like, I'm so tired, I just need to rest, so I'm not gonna do that today. And I'll just lay around and watch Netflix. I would say that building habits using imagery is the easiest way to go. There's lots of ways you can build habits, but like I've said in previous conversations, trying to use the conscious mind to build a habit is very, very difficult because the conscious mind gets distracted. It's only 10% of our thinking power, but using imagery to imagine ourselves doing something allows us to use the subconscious mind to drive new behavior. I think that ideally when we are working with habits, people want to build new habits and get rid of bad habits. And I say the best way to deal with habits is to replace bad habits with good habits. If you just try to get rid of a habit, it's still kind of lingering around there. But if when I quit smoking, I started counting cigarettes. But the other thing I did was, instead of smoking, I would stretch. I would get up from my desk or wherever I was, I would bend over, touch my toes, I would do this series of stretches and deep breathing. And it took about 3 or 4 minutes. And by the time I was done, I really wasn't thinking about smoking anymore. And I still do the same habits, only it's much more extensive, much more deep breathing, much more stretching than I did before. But I replaced the bad habit with the new habit. And I think doing that and using imagery to cement that into the neural pathways is probably the most effective way that I know to do that. Hi, I'm Ed Mitchell, CEO of Intent One. We really appreciate you taking time out to learn from our content. If you're interested in more, you can find us at intentone.net. Thanks so much. We appreciate you.